Okay, this is your straight line graphs assessment. So we are going to make sure that you're fine with everything on AP6 before you go on to your work on reciprocal graphs and other things on AP7. So let's have a look at question 1. We're using the words. Those of you who are the majority of you who weren't sure what you were doing, you need to use the words. It says it there. Read the question. Use the list of words and symbols below to fill in the gaps in the following paragraphs, and then the words are here. So it goes like this. The line with the equation y equals 3x plus 1 has a gradient of 3 and crosses the y-axis at the point whose coordinates are 0, 1. 0 left and right, 1 up. Yeah. The slope of this line is such that it can be described as an uphill line. The line with the equation y equals 3x plus 3 is parallel, right? The same gradient is parallel, so y equals 3x plus 1. Parallel lines have the same gradient. The line with the equation minus 2x plus 1 has a negative gradient. This means that it slopes downhill. First part. Question 2. Right, I've plotted these. Firstly, give yourselves a tick if you've correctly plotted these. 2, 4, 6, 0, and 0, minus 5. Now, question came. Many people thought, and it would be right, there could be a point here that would complete that as a parallelogram. But there's also a point here that completes it as a parallelogram. Okay, so I'm gonna just join up those 3 that I've got so far, that are these like this, because I know that I need my last point to be somewhere in this area. And how can I spot it? Well, let's have a look at this. This is going down from 4 to 0, so it's going down 4, and it's going across 4, down 4 and across 4. Yeah. So this bit here will also be going 4 across and up 4. So from minus 5, going across 4 and up 4, it should be in this position here. That completes that as a parallelogram. So I'm going to mark that in. And that should be correct. Okay. I'm using a pen. You should use a pencil. The reason why I'm using a pen is just that it shows up better on the video. Yes, Emily? Sorry? Yes, it is. Thank you. Yes. Okay. What are the coordinates of D? The coordinates are minus 4, minus 1. Okay. So, question number 3. The intercept on the y-axis here, look carefully, this is going up in 1, so it's 1. The gradient of the line, I'm going to draw between any 2 points, so it's going, that is 1, that is 2, so it's up divided by across equals 2 divided by 1 equals 2. Gradient 2. Equation of line is therefore y equals the gradient times by x plus 1. Question number 4. I've just labelled these A, B, C, and D. So now A is easy to spot. It's the only one with a negative gradient. It's the only one sloping downhill. It's the only one with a negative gradient. So this one must be A. Sloping down. It's the only one with a negative gradient. B. Let's have a look at this. It's going 1 across and 3 up. So it's up divided by across, isn't it, for gradient? So up divided by across. So for that one is 3 divided by 1, which is 3. So they've got a gradient of 3 for that one. Which one's got a gradient of 3? This one. So that is B on mine. Okay. Let's check out C then. These are both going through minus 1. Okay. This A, but also this C. So that it's going to be minus 1. It's got to be this one. It's got an intercept of minus 1. It's the only other one with an intercept of minus 1. So that one is C, and that one must be D. Going up 1 for each one across. Okay, question 5. Firstly, I'm going to do substitution. So 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. 3 times by 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. Check it. It should be, if it's a straight line, it's going up in equal amounts. It's going up 3 each time. Minus 1 times 3 is minus 1, plus 2. Minus 1 times 3 is minus 3, plus 2 is minus 1. This is minus 2 times 3 is minus 6, plus 2 is minus 4. It's going up in 3 each time, so it's a straight line. All I need to do is plot it accurately. Minus 3, minus 7. Minus 2, minus 4. Minus 1, minus 1. 0, 2, 1, 5, 2, 8, 3, 11. If it's not in a straight line, you know you've gone wrong. I'm going to join those points up. Put your ruler below the line, put your pen or pencil, in this case, on the line, and then draw through. We'll make sure it's nice and accurate. Gradient of the line. Well, it's going... Well, we can just see from here, it's 3, isn't it? Gradient is 3. What are the coordinates across the x-axis? It crosses at 2, 0 left or right, 2 up. Question number 6. Parallel to y equals 3x plus 5. We know that they have the same gradient. Okay, so it's got to be 3x if they're parallel. But crosses y-intercept on the y-axis at 2, so it's plus 2. Question 7. Graphs are of the lines y equals x and y equals 2x minus 1. Coordinates of the point at which these two lines cross. It's just about checking the coordinates. That's the point they cross. It's 1, 1. Equation of the line which is steeper. Well, that's the line which is steeper. This is a very simple question. So that's just y equals 2x minus 1 is steeper. Done. Right, question 8. I think a few people had some difficulty with this. So let's have a look at it. Y equals, so it's points on the line. So what it means is if I substitute the x value in, right, it comes out with my y value. So for example, 2 times, when x is 0, 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. So that makes that point on the line correct, because when x goes in as 0, y comes out as 1. When x is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5, so that must be on the line. The y is coming out of the function. Okay. Now, this must be above the line, because my line here is going through the point 0, 1. Okay, so it's going through the point 0, 1 at 2x. This is the point 0, 3. It would be above. Right? If I did a little sketch of that, y equals 2x plus 1 is roughly going like that. Y equals, and this point, that point there is 0, 1. So 0, 3 is above that line. 0, 3 is there, above the line. Below the line, 0, 0. It's a point below the line. So y equals 3x plus 1. To work out any points on the line, I can just substitute in these values. When x equals 0, y equals 3 times 0 plus 1, so y equals 1. So at this point, 0, 1 is on the line. Okay. When x equals 1, y equals 3 times by 1 plus 1, which is 4. So my point 1, 4 is on the line. And when x equals 2, y equals 3 times by 2 plus 1 equals 6 plus 1 is 7. So that point, 2, 7 is also on the line.
It's not y equals 3x, this one is 3x.
Thank you. Okay, I've just copied that down wrongly. Okay, so the principle applies. Okay, the principle applies. So let's just go through this one, and we're running out of time. So I'm going to go through this one, and you guys can finish off the rest of these using the video. All right. Let's just look at this one then. Y equals x minus 3. When x equals 0, y equals 0 minus 3, which is minus 3. So it goes through 0 minus 3. When x equals 1, y equals 1 minus 3, which is 2. So it's going to go through the point 1 minus 2. When x equals 2, y equals 2, take away 3, which is minus 1. So it's going to go through the point as well, 2 minus 1. Think about the sketch of that. It's y equals x, take away 3, right? So it's going through that point, 0 minus 3. Anything above the line, anything below the line. So you can fill that in. And that's that.